We are live. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I told you I'm about to start rolling them out. You know what I'm saying? A little behind, but hey, it is what it is. Listen, I got some clips here. You know what I mean? Women, they swear you're going to be back. You know, they will be back. Watch and wait. That's what these females, these leftovers, let's be more specific because there's a level of female that's even lower than the modern woman female. Leftovers. Now, we're going to play some of these clips and try to make sure we don't get a copyright. Anyway, love and light. Smash that like button, y'all. Go ahead, smash that like button. It's free. Share the live. I'll make sure I don't cuss. I can't guarantee the videos won't be, but let's have a good chuckle as well as learn something. Let's go.
I have a lot to say about men, but have you guys ever read what the Bible says about us? It is better to dwell in the wilderness, than with a contentious and an angry woman. Do you know what's in the wilderness? Do you know how dangerous it is in the wilderness?
Lions, tigers, and bears.
And yet it's better to dwell there than with a contentious and angry woman. It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a White House. Well, imagine you're on a rooftop, right? It's better to live in that small corner than to be in a big, spacious house with a woman who can't close her yap. This verse is taken from the Apocrypha, the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. A lion? A dragon? Are you kidding me? Same book. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Have you read about the plagues in depth that the Most High sent upon the earth? And yet he's asking for any other plague than that of a wickedness of a woman. Maybe sometimes we are the problem. Maybe we're not as perfect as we think we are. Maybe we have some self-examination to do because the scriptures say differently about us concerning our characters. I know a lot of women have a lot to say about men, but have you guys ever read what the Bible says about us?
Next.
The bait and switch. This is when they say, well, I would never do that to you. And I'll always make you ham sandwiches. And I'll never restrict sex from you. I'll never take your children from you. I would never divorce you. I can't even understand why women do this. I can't stand those women. I'm not like those. And then she becomes that. This could be as simple as you like long hair and she chops her hair off. Or she blows up like the Goodyear blimp. Like she was thin and now she's not. Do you still love me though? Well, I guess I have no choice. Yeah, I love you. The bait and switch. This is when they say, well,
you ain't lying.
There is a massive difference between a companion and a partner. Let's just be honest. Can I help you save a lot of time, energy, and heartbreak?
Please.
Anybody can go to the movies with you. Oh! Anybody can go on a cruise with you. Anybody can go to a restaurant with you. Companionship is easy. You can get a dog and you got companionship.
I believe women are being socially engineered to hate men, and men are being socially engineered to be gay. Don't at me. It's just what I see. I've picked up on it. They're just making men more and more effeminate, encouraging effeminate behavior. And so to further that initiative, there's been a movement originally started by, you guessed it, a psychoanalyst. And that movement is called Single Mothers by Choice. And I'm going to let you hear about that on a recent CBS episode in which they were celebrating Mother's Day. And so they decided to do that by showing single mothers by choice. Take a listen.
In honor of Mother's Day this Sunday, we're taking a look at a growing trend in motherhood, women becoming single moms by choice.
I said to myself, in 15 to 20 years, would I be more upset that I didn't have a kid or more upset that I didn't fall in love and get married? And I was like, if I didn't have a kid, for me, I feel like my life wouldn't be as fulfilled.
But you do wonder, and I'm just going through this in my head right now, what about the men that are being raised in those environments? So mom decides to be a single mom. She picks, in America, you can choose gender. I'm going to have boys only. How do those men fare in society? Well, take a listen to one such case.
Brothers Mackenzie and Cooper Schoenthaler were chosen by their mother, a doctor, more than 2 decades ago. She had them at 41 and 45 using the same donor.
Didn't see our parents cry, and
I believe women are being so.
Okay, I'm lying. Damn, you fine. And I'm sure I can.
So, ladies ask me all the time, Chevy, how did you get so, emotionally intelligent? How did you learn to control your emotions? How can I learn to control my emotions? First, I'm going to start by saying this. I truly feel like on this good internet, it's entirely too many people getting up here giving y'all like this fairy tale advice. Everything is organized. Everything just sounds so perfect. And they talk to y'all like not in reality. So follow me from what I'm about to tell y'all. It might even sound like it's all over the place, but that's because I don't got time to try to pre-record my thoughts. I don't have time to get up here and try to make it sound super cute, make it sound perfect. I like to talk to y'all from real time, from a realistic point of view. So I'm going to answer the question and think as I go. Just follow me. First, we're going to talk about emotions. From the beginning of time, since the beginning of time, women have always been naturally born brats. When we was little, I want that. No, you're not getting it, but I want it. And then we cry. Okay, here you go. You can have it. I want that doll. No, wait till your birthday, but I want it. Okay, here you go. I want to wear that princess dress. No, babe, you can wear it on Halloween, but I want to wear it now. My point is this. We've always been handed things to us since the beginning of time, whether it was our mom, our dad, just people in the world. When a little girl cries, it's like, oh my God, she's crying. Crying is an emotion. We've always been tended to when it came to our emotions, as far as throwing temper tantrums, crying, pouting, I want it my way or no way. That's first and foremost. Most women never grow out of that. So as we begin to get older, we start thinking that the world revolves around us. We're women. We said it. It goes our way because we are women. Then we start to take that mentality into the dating world. We start thinking that, well, the men should like us because we're the prize and we said it and we're women and women's power and who runs the world and all this weird stuff. So most women never technically grow out of that little girl mind frame. Most women still operate like young girls, little girls, still think everything is supposed to go their way, do not know how to hold real conversations. Women are still stuck in little girl world. We tend to think that men should chase us. Yeah, they should chase us because we're women and that's what men should do. So, well, Chevy, what does that got to do with you controlling your emotions? I'm going to tell you. So as an attractive woman, obviously, men are going to try to talk to me more than I will try to talk to them. I'm not going to run and chase behind men because they're going to chase behind me because why? I'm an attractive woman and that's what men should do. So I've always had that upper hand with dealing with men because obviously as an attractive woman.
Her perspective. You know what I mean? I ain't never chased a woman my entire life. Again, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Toot your own horn. But twice as many women as there is men, as attractive as they think that they are, they look like everybody else. And again, I'm not saying that she's unattractive. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I got to represent the men that can't speak. You know what I mean? We're watching this video. Got to speak for them.
You tend to have things done your way, or the ball is typically in your court. Most women like it like that. Most women say things like, if my man's not running behind me, I don't want him. If my man's not showing me that he's delusional behind me, I don't want him. Y'all basically want men to chase behind y'all 24/7. Y'all don't want men who stand their ground. Y'all don't want men who have boundaries. So it came a point where I ended up running into a man who stood strong with who he was, just like I stood strong with who I was. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of a challenge. Most women don't like challenges. Y'all like to talk to men that y'all can run over. Y'all like to talk to men that y'all can have everything y'all way. And when a man tells y'all no, y'all take it as either disrespect or y'all take it personal, or most women cannot handle rejection. So y'all don't handle it. Y'all just get out of control, delusional. Y'all get disruptive. Y'all get, y'all don't like when people set boundaries for y'all. In my case, I seen a challenge at one point when I was dealing with a man who was not necessarily letting me have things my way. And instead of me saying, oh, well, I'm going to block him because he should be chasing me, and I text him an hour ago and he didn't text me back. And instead of doing that, I'm like, you know what? This is somewhat of a challenge. And I like that because why? Iron sharpens iron. You cannot sharpen iron with rubber. Rubber is soft. Y'all like soft men. Y'all like men that y'all can run over. it comes a point where you want to sharpen yourself. So I'm like, you know what? This dude seemed like a challenge. Let me try to stick this out and see what the lesson is in this situation. On the days where I would text and I felt as though he should have texted back sooner, instead of acting out of emotion, like, oh, I'm gonna just block him. Oh, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you text me? Instead of acting like that, I just sat back and let it play out. Come to find out, the man was working. He's a truck driver. He's not able to just text all day. So I'm like, okay, I'm glad I didn't act off of that emotion. On the times where, you know, if I didn't like something he said, and I will take it as, oh, you're being mean in girl world, but really it just was like, no, I'm just setting boundaries. I'm telling you exactly what it is, how I feel. Most women don't want men to tell them how they feel. And
I wonder when she said like, I didn't take his, I knew to sit back and not take him texting me back offensively and to think about it. But like, did she text him before? Like, who texts who first is what I'm wondering. Like during that exchange and that big gap of time, did she text him, you know what I'm saying, to see what's up, or did she just wait till he texted her back? You know what I mean? And then that's how it went. But shout out to her for I'm guessing she meant when she said, you know, this guy's a challenge. Does that mean that she approached him? You know, like I see what she's saying, but she's leaving out certain things because she didn't want us. But when she said that this guy's a challenge, this is different, he's matching my energy, he's on my level. Did she approach him? You know what I mean? And if she did, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying?
most women don't like when a man tell you what it is. Y'all want to be told what you want to hear. And when a man does not tell y'all what y'all want to hear, y'all act out of y'all emotions. I was dealing with a man who kind of put like a stop sign in front of me. It was kind of like, hey, look, stuff ain't going your way. He never had to say that, but I realized that I was not in control of the situation at which I was used to. I was used to men chasing behind me, used to men dealing with my attitude, used to men basically just doing whatever I say because they obviously wanted to be in my presence. But when you deal with a man who is just as confident, just as sure of himself, and has boundaries and will show you that you will respect me, most of y'all don't want to deal with that. Y'all start calling those men sassy. Oh, I don't like him. Oh, he want me to chase him. That's not what it is. That is the only way you are going to learn how to control your emotions, when you're dealing with reality. A lot of y'all don't want to deal with reality. Y'all like to deal with people that y'all can control and situations that y'all can control. And when you realize you don't have control over the situation, it's either y'all going to throw temper tantrums or y'all going to walk away and never deal with it. So I say all that to say, I learned how to deal with my emotions by dealing with the man who was more sharper than me. I didn't want to keep dealing with a bunch of rubber bands and rubber man and, oh, I got the upper hand. Oh, that girl got bars, but I didn't want to keep dealing with men like that. So y'all have to learn, the only way that you are going to learn how to control your emotions is by challenging yourself. If you want to keep going with the people that's not challenging you, you're never going to know how to control anything. I don't mind dealing with men who are certain of themselves. I'm not going to call a man who's confident sassy, because that's how y'all try to challenge people's manhood, by calling them sassy. They're not sassy. They just are sure of who they are. And a lot of y'all want to try to run stuff. And when you realize that they're not intimidated by you, or when you realize that they're not moved by your private part, or they don't care about how you look, y'all get upset because y'all think everybody should just drop down to y'all feet. I'm willing to be challenged and I'm willing to be sharpened. I'm at a place in my life where I want to learn. I don't want to just be stagnant. So in order for me to get better, my men get better and I get better because I learned the lesson in every situation. Okay, that didn't work out, but what did I learn? I learned how to control my emotions. Yeah, he probably didn't, let me run all over the situation, but I learned how to control my emotions as a grown woman. Now, as a grown woman, I'm not going to be out here busting out windows and blocking men and not knowing how to communicate and getting mad when they tell me what it is and throwing temper tantrums, you're being mean. And I now know how to communicate as a grown woman. And now I will only deal with grown men, so shout out to that grown man who had emotional intelligence, who knew how to control his emotions, who knew boundaries, who knew respect, and stood his ground, because all he did was allow me to know where I stand as a woman and not to throw temper tantrums and not to think everything is my way. And I didn't take it personal. I was willing to learn the lesson and willing to learn the value in all of those things that he taught me and things that rubbed off on me. I know this video was long and I can't always get good things out to y'all in 3 minutes. So it's really time to start the podcast, because it's really a lot that y'all need to learn. Y'all listening to people give y'all all this fairy tale advice, and that's why y'all stuck on square one. There's no growth. So,
well, you know what I mean? I agree. I hope she meant by, you want iron to sharpen iron, and you want a guy better than you. That means that you approached him. But again, we'll wait on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the Chevy. All right, let's go.
Remember when Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl, do you?
Out of control, man.
You know how surprised I was when I seen that majority of the men were the ones that were actually taking up for the children, who were in support of, yeah, we don't like this music. This ain't good for our babies to be listening to. And it was the women standing up for these ratchet, promiscuous artists that are influencing these children. You would think women are nurturing, loving, looking out for the kids, you know, protect the babies. No, far from it. You know how surprised I was when I seen that majority of...
She ain't lying.
The man having sex with another woman is not what bothers women. The problem is she got time that I wanted. She got a gift that I wanted. So you're saying she's prettier than me? That's all women care about. The man having sex with another woman.
That's what it is. See, cheating for them at the same. I'm telling you, man. You know, your girl cheat on you, you ain't gonna never forget. You'll be like thinking about, man, this dude splashed in your face. You know what I'm saying? His seed's gonna be in your eyeballs for years. Anyway, let's go.
I'm not jerking your chain, fella. This guy Logan owes me $50,000. If I don't get it soon, I'm talking!
All right. Now, who's Logan, and what do you know about him?
All I can tell you, sir, is that he's gay.
Gay, gay! That's it. I had enough of this guy for once.
Certainly have. Come with me.
I'm not jerking your chain, fella.
I'm
This guy
done.
Logan owes...
I'm done, boy. I'm done. 50 Cent, man. Bruh.
Here is the hard truth, fellas. Being handsome doesn't keep a woman. Being honest doesn't keep a woman. Being loyal doesn't keep a woman. Being there for a woman doesn't keep a woman. Treating a woman well doesn't keep a woman. Making an effort doesn't keep a woman. Caring about a woman doesn't keep a woman. Spending time with a woman doesn't keep a woman. You could have the best intentions. You could have the most sincere feelings. And you could be a good man and still wouldn't be able to keep a woman. Because the only way to keep a woman is if that woman wants to be kept by you. You can't force a woman to be with you. You can't beg a woman to stay with you. You can't make a woman to love you. A woman that wants to be kept when the relationship gets hard will do everything to fight for you. Because a woman only fights for a fella she wants to belong to. So if she isn't fighting for you when things get hard, she doesn't want to be kept by you.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? When the old ex-wife was trying to run off for, I don't know, 30 days. Well, I don't know what she was talking about. Her mom needed heart surgery, something crazy. She made it up. You know, when I realized, oh, she's looking for a reason to get away, let them go, man. You know what I'm saying? Go find you a woman that if you're trying to get rid of her, she's begging for you not to go. You know what I'm saying? Crying for you and shit. You know what I mean? Because she ain't crying for you. She's crying for somebody else. Let's keep it trucking.
He does not care what you're wearing. He doesn't care about the t-shirt and your PJ pants. He doesn't care about your bonnet. He cares about the energy you're bringing. So you can look like this and act like this, or you can look like this and act like this. I love you, be well. He doesn't.
All right, now.
Answer a question.
That would be no problem for me. I think that
smash that like button. Let's go.
I just drew a blank right now. That would be no problem for me. I'd actually would appreciate you coming with different styles and looking a different way. As far as the weight fluctuation, it didn't look like you would have too much of that going on. So,
thank you.
And the activities I love to do, that would probably prevent you from even, gaining weight. I don't know why you'd actually look great, but
well, I'm asking because I don't mind because he was so wrong with the braids. I don't
look at them thighs.
You want to take it off?
You gonna do it?
I mean,
what?
I mean, I mean, why can't I?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want her to have more of it.
Still look good.
Why you still look good?
So should I keep it off or?
Okay, she's gonna take that wig off. Nah.
Oh, earring just lost the earring.
Well, I'm glad
But
you did
yeah,
it.
so that's why
Yeah,
I
you still
asked,
look
because
good.
I'm always changing my hair. I
No,
go
no,
from
no.
short. I just was bald a few months ago. I have super long hair. I do all types of things, and typically I do natural. But you know, I came on the show today, so I was like, all right, let me try to do a little something. But this is
Be
this is
working
me.
out
So I
hard
just want to
too,
make sure
bro.
you're
Some
okay
way.
with me and who I am.
Yeah.
She's a track
Okay.
star.
Yeah.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
Okay. Let's head on back. Answer a question.
Got them little small
That would be no problem for me. I think that
like them small toes.
The reason why men hate this new generation of women so much is because we're finally starting to realize how powerful.
Men are not intimidated by powerful women. They really aren't. I'll tell you what I see in this new generation of women. Very little self-respect. I'm 34 years old and I have never seen the level of hoery going on in this world. Most of these women can't cook. They're foolish women. They don't know how to build their household. Instead, they destroy it with their own hands. We got women emasculating men left to right, saying it's a problem for them to be a man. But baby, I got a boy. And as parents to a boy, it's my job to be the example and set the standard for the woman that's going to come into his life. It's my husband's job to raise him and teach him what a man really looks like. You see, my husband and I, we work together. I respect his role as male of the household, and he pours on to me all the love I need to keep this household going. See, baby, I'm powerful in my own unique way, and so is my husband.
Let's applaud this sister.
Absolutely.
Let's put it on Front Street when she said they are both powerful in their own right. Finding somebody that understands y'all can coexist with one another while out trying to overpower the other person. Understanding the thing that make you powerful, I need, and the thing that makes me powerful, you need. And we decide to use those things to our advantage to build something, a legacy, get married, have children, the whole nine, build a foundation and just grow. Now, with that being said, we in a society where y'all is just fighting each other. I say y'all, it's not everybody. I'm just saying the majority of people, y'all want to be the most powerful in a relationship. I'm the man, I'm the woman, I'm the man. Like, instead of trying to coexist with one another and learning how to be with one another, because it's more than just, oh, I'm strong. You can be strong in your own right, sir, ma'am. You can still be strong, or you can be in a relationship to where you don't make the other person feel weak. They can still be strong too. They can still be powerful too. And to address the first young lady, my guys are intimidated by powerful. Oh man, listen, I'm not intimidated by nothing, but I don't deal with a lot. Understand that. When I figured that, I realized that a lot of women, not all, a lot of women don't understand what a man really looks like and how he operates. A man. Not saying every man's the same, but when I learned that, I stopped apologizing for things. Like, oh no, I'm not apologizing because I told you the truth. I'm not going to apologize for that.
He ain't lying, but he's a little bit too long-winded. Let's keep it going.
All right, fellas, with me. We not taking no ill-advised shots in 2024, bro, and beyond. Women have expressed discomfort in the methodology behind a lot of what we do. I know the game is the game, but the game has evolved. Women have said that they don't like to be approached when they grocery shopping, when they at the gym, when they at certain environments, when they just having a good time. And I'm not telling you not to shoot your shot. What I'm saying is if she doesn't throw you the assist, or you don't have a clear lane to the basket.
Very clear, meaning the signal. I mean, the signal's got to be so clear that a blind person can see them. You know what I mean? We are not like, I have women flirting with me when I go out, and they expect for me to do no. It's 2024. That with an assumption like that, it's your world. Once I approach you, then you have all the power. Nah, we're not giving you power like that. It's a dumb thing for somebody to think that approaching a woman, cold approaching, is a power move. You're giving all your power to the woman, man. It's a weak move, dude. You look desperate. It's a weak move. I'm telling you, man. You need for them to come to you or make it very obvious to you so that they're in the position they need to be. Submissive. That's crazy because once you approach her, she can do anything she wants. It's her world.
Don't shoot that shot, dog. That's the coach will pull your ass right the fuck out the game, bro. it take practice. Yeah, it's hard to gauge. You gonna miss some shots. Like, I'm not saying that everything go in. It's like A said, bro. If you know it was a good shot, it was a good shot.
What choosing signals are you telling them to look for them to know?
So let's talk specifics, because body language changes when a woman is attracted to you. If we talking about from a distance, then you're not just looking for eye contact, bro. Eye contact. I look around the room. You feel me? I'ma lock eyes with plenty in here because we happen to be looking around together. Brody, that's not an open shot. That's a social cue of kindness. Like, she just made it less awkward. You're looking for a smile and extra body language, a smile and hair adjustment, a smile and a shift in posture. You feel me? If she shifts towards you, if her body language opens up, if she starts touching shoulders when you get close to her and things like.
Hey, he preaching on this one, man. He ain't lying. He preaching on this one.
Black men, I'm gonna say it from me to you. This is just straight up. Black women, 80% of them, they don't like you. 80%, I'm probably sure it's more, but at least 80% of black women in this day and age, it don't matter how old or young they are, they have a general dislike and hatred for you. See, I'm not.
I don't know what she playing in the background. I don't need a copyright, but you hear what she said. Straight from a black woman. Okay? The internet is giving you all the codes and the secrets, man. You know what I'm saying? All the whatever they go to salon talk. You know what I mean? We're getting all of it.
A man loses the second he puts a woman over his purpose.
What in the what? Hold up now. What is going on, little Miss Slim Thick? Okay, yeah.
So the woman he's dealing with has to be aligned with his purpose. She has to add to him. She cannot take it away. So if you're not where you need to be at and she hollering, oh, he ain't doing enough, he ain't paying these bills or taking me shopping, listen, cut that bitch off the roster. A man loses the second he puts a woman over his purpose. So the woman he's dealing with has to be aligned with his purpose. She has to add to him. She cannot take it away. So if you're not where you need to be at and she hollering, oh, he ain't doing enough, he ain't paying these bills or taking me shopping, listen, cut that bitch off the roster.
The thing, I go on shows all the time and I bring up the 70 to 80% divorce rate. We talk about this all the time, right? So then women say, well, you shouldn't be looking for whoever initiates the divorce. You should be looking for the reason why there's a divorce. Maybe it's still the man's fault, even though it's the woman who files for divorce. Yeah. So what's a way scientifically we can control for that? How about we just remove men altogether and we look at lesbian couples versus homosexual couples and we look at the divorce rate? And what do we find? Anybody want to take a guess?
Oh, yeah.
Women file for divorce. Lesbian couples file for divorce 100% more than gay men file for divorce. So even when you don't have men to blame, you are still leaving relationships. Listen. I love this. What precipitates lesbian divorce the most? Do you want to know what it is? It's when lesbian women have children. And when they have children, I don't know the data on this, but I will bet you every penny I have that the lesbian member that files for the divorce is the one who is the biological mother of the child. I almost guarantee you. But what happens is all of a sudden she has a baby and she looks over at her partner and she looks at the baby and looks at her partner and thinks about, I need someone to protect, provision, provide, and it's not you. And so I'm going to go start dating men again. And that's the thing. I go on shows all the time and I bring up.
Like 88% of men don't get flowers for the first time until their funeral.
That's so sad. Did I just work a 12-hour overnight shift? Yes, I did. Should I go home and get some sleep? Yeah, absolutely. Am I gonna go home and get some sleep? Well, no, not now. Now I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna grab some flowers and then take it to my man because I don't want his first flower to be at his funeral someday. So come on, you're coming with me. Let's go get some flowers.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten any flowers.
All right, we got the flowers. Let's go give them to him. I got you flowers because I love you and I appreciate you and you deserve to have flowers before you die. We'll get you one.
Although most men would not care to have flowers on a regular basis, every single man appreciates this type of effort. This woman obviously knew her man because he really did appreciate the actual action, the effort, and I think he actually really liked the flowers, which is just genuinely awesome.
Like 88% of men don't get flowers for the first time until their funeral.
You can also cook for us.
That's so sad.
You can also cook for us as well. Some of us would prefer some home cooked meals. Give me some steak or something, potatoes.
Men used to have to do a lot less and get a very high value woman. Now we live in this moment where everyone's kind of a hoe and you have to work harder to get a woman that doesn't have any self-respect or any value. Just kind of the complete disintegration of when I look at what my grandmother looked like in pictures, how classy and how beautiful and how much I wanted to be like her. And now I look at, women today and I just think, man, I feel bad for guys.
Man, we feel bad for ourselves. That's why MGTOW is here.
You got these women being raised to be just entitled, like they're owed something for just fucking showing up. I showed up, I'm owed something. I showed up on this date, you owe me a meal. You owe me entertainment. You owe me all this stuff. And what they do is they try to mitigate the man. They try to neuter him. They try to keep him controlled. And they put ice on the wings. And every time that guy...
Absolutely, absolutely. I would let him rock, but again, I just don't know about that music, man.
How tall are you?
How much do you weigh?
How much money you got?
How many bodies you got?
Yeah. I know that's a copyright waiting to happen.
Well, can I ask him a question?
Yeah, ask me something.
All right. So on the scale of 1 to 10, and you can't use 7, how important is it to you that your next relationship ends in marriage?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to even get into a relationship unless I see it. I'm all right.
Well, you're here for love, so.
Well, be honest with you, my grandmother just passed, right? So I appreciate it. But I seen my granddaddy stay by her side, or she was by his side till she could no longer be there. So if I can't envision you being old next to me, I'm not even really gonna give you no energy. To be honest with you, I can give you all the energy of the world, or
There it is.
Forget you exist.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So
All right, we got to make a choice. Are you popping, or are we walking up there and making a match?
what you want to do?
Let's go. Oh, come on.
There you go.
So
Were you
All right, come on.
If you're hesitant.
No, I'm not hesitant.
She's
I'm
not.
trying to figure out what's like because
Let's walk up here.
Okay.
Come on.
We got to walk back.
You don't have to. I'll stand over here.
Oh, God.
All right.
This just seemed like an investment.
Well, can I ask him a question?
Yeah, ask me something.
All right. So on the scale.
I guess they picked each other, man. There you go. I guess.
I don't believe that women know what it's like to be with a man that actually wants them. Like, he really wants you in all your ways. He wants you. He has.
So question, who created unrealistic dating expectations?
Because baby, when a person disrespects you and you have to tell them that they disrespected you, if they have half a brain, they already know. And the fact that you have to tell them, then explain it to them, because they're pretending that they don't realize that they disrespected you. That's just another form of disrespect because they're insulting your intelligence. And hell, you insulting yourself by explaining it. The moment the disrespect occurs, let them know how you feel about it and then leave it alone. Because if an apology does not come, or they don't at least try to make it right, well, you can't make a wrong right. But if they don't at least acknowledge that they were wrong, it probably won't ever change. And you need to stop making excuses for their behavior. Because every time you do that, you're only co-signing their behavior. It's kind of like when your little kid curses and then you laugh it off. They're just a baby. The hell with that. Teach that child right from wrong. Point blank, period. Because most of the people who disrespect you and give you reasons why it was okay that they disrespected you, they would never, ever allow you to treat them the same way. Just think about it. I love you, be well. Because
It's called that fatherly, tough love. That's what it's called. Anyway, you gotta smash that like button.
If the way you want your partner to respond to you in conflict is not the way you respond to them in conflict, we have a problem. Part of the reason why you can't get through that conflict is because you're doing things that are automatic to you. And just because it's automatic to you doesn't mean that it's healthy, and it doesn't mean that it's going to work in the conflict with your partner. Remember, they may be doing things that are automatic as well. So one of you all is going to have to be willing to bend somewhere so you can break that cycle. Your best practice is going to come from your intentionality, trying to work through conflict in a healthier way. If you're constantly interrupting your partner, you're preventing them from expressing themselves. How is that healthy? Each time you accuse,
bro, I just like you so much, bro. Shut the fuck up. You fucking liar. You don't like me for shit. You like my face, bitch. Because I'm pretty.
Yeah.
And you trying to touch me where I pee at. You ain't fooling no fucking body. Mentiroso. Bro, I just like you so much, bro. Shut the fuck up.
And remember that you cannot control him. God has not given you that mandate. However, he has given you the mandate to submit. And submission is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength. Anything that has power must operate under submission so that it is controlled power. It is power that is taken to the right place. So submitted women are powerful women. Submitted wives are powerful wives, right? And then I'm also going to say that one of the greatest things that I discovered about marriage is that men and women are not loved the same way. So how I want to be loved is not the way that my husband wants to be loved. I want to be pampered. I want to be held. I want to be kissed, and all those lovely things, right? My husband wants to be respected. So what does love look like for your man? I do know that a lot of men value respect. My husband told me once that if you do not respect me, I will take it that you do not love me.
Yeah.
So respect is a big deal in marriage. Learn what it looks like to respect your husband. Some of us, we kneel, we kneel and we kneel? I do. We kneel and we do this, but our hearts are standing. It will always show eventually. So respect should come from inside out. Pray for yourself. And remember that
I mean, his attorney is saying he's going to fight the good fight. We're not giving up, but I don't see this.
Telling a woman to be accountable and telling her to be submissive is worse than cussing her out. You can call her all types of names, but if you tell her to be accountable and you tell her to be submissive to a man, she's going to flip the table. Women would rather justify, point the finger, blame their mama for when they was little, blame their daddy for not being there. They'd rather point the finger everywhere else before they just say, I'm sorry. A lot of these women are so arrogant. They're so full of arrogance and ego. They think they know everything. They have to know everything. Y'all be trying to get Buck in a situation that Buck energy not going to help nothing. That's not what's going to pivot change. What pivots change is humility, but a lot of women don't even know how to spell it. They don't even know what humility means. They're like, be humble. What is that? I never heard of that before. Stop trying to be combative. Stop trying to be argumentative. Stop trying to be more of a man to a man. Accountability for women is like the worst thing on earth. Next, telling them to be submissive.
She ain't lying.
Y'all don't want to hear that good men still exist. Hearing that good men still exist means that y'all need to address y'all trauma. Y'all need to address y'all hurt. Y'all need to heal so y'all can be good women. So when y'all hear the negativity about men, y'all clap it up because that gives you a reason to be bitter. That gives you a reason to be miserable. But when
Absolutely. But look, I won't hold y'all any longer. My kid will be home from school any second. So listen, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go ahead and make some videos. Clip these up, post them up, then be back on here, man. Outside, probably doing what we do. But in the comments, let me know what y'all think about the clips. Go ahead and drop the timestamps when y'all are talking about these clips as well, because sometimes y'all don't drop the timestamps. I'm like, what part of the clip is he talking about? But for those of y'all that have been dropping the timestamps, you know what I'm saying? Salute. Makes it very easy to figure out what you're talking about and make reference. So just drop the timestamp on whatever reference you're making. You guys chop it up like we normally do in the comments. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Smash that like button. It's free. Share the live stream, y'all. I don't think I really cussed at all. Now, again, these clips, you know what I mean? What do you want me to do? I'm just a man. You know what I'm saying? Reacting to videos. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, y'all, love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.